Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name is Jason Newland. This is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Sunday's papers. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. Have you noticed, do you ever know someone and you meet them and they've always been wearing glasses, and when they take their glasses off, their eyes just disappear? It's like, where have your eyeballs gone? Because maybe the magnification or whatever. So I don't know if that happens with me. Can you see my eyes now? I don't know, but if you're watching on video, it's more interesting. It's not because you can see me without glasses. What do I look like without glasses? The thing is, I can't actually see myself. So I'm going to clean my glasses. Maybe I should do this without glasses. Maybe I don't need glasses for this. What do you think? Glasses or no glasses? And I got this as well. I'm trying not to bang the microphone because I've already done that once. I noticed right at the beginning of making recordings, I make a lot of sounds, a lot of noises that are unnecessary. I do edit them out, but sometimes I wonder, what if I forgot? Or what if I just left it in to see whether or not it would surprise people, all the weird sounds I make. My hat came here, got delivered yesterday. Yeah. See, the glasses are so old now that even with both this, which is clean, and I suppose alcohol wet wipe thing, still doesn't really clear. Still, Should I take them off? Can you see my eyes without them on? See, I can't see myself really. One of the reasons I wear glasses when God, Vinny's hairs are getting everywhere, honestly. It's like he's melting, whatever. And I just feel like his hairs are everywhere. Unless they're my hairs, which could be. Oh. So, this is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. What is it? What is Let Me Bore You to Sleep? What is it? Basically, it is... Why is my computer making a noise? I guess it is what it says. It's just me talking boringly about my life, about me. The only thing I've really got any interest in is me, because I'm very self-centered. And although the centre is nice and soft and cosy, cushiony, sweet, I don't know what that means. So, some of the AI at the moment is getting very funny. There's a lot of AI videos, I don't know if you've seen them on TikTok, or well, not, more Instagram really, and YouTube. Yeah, some of it's really funny. And it looks so realistic. If you'd have shown that 30 years ago, if you could go back in time 30 years ago and you showed some of this stuff, there's a chiropractor, for example, that does like body adjustments on elderly people and ends up chucking them through a window or into a wall. It's just AI. It's not real. Okay. But that chiropractor would get arrested and go to prison if that video became available 30 years ago, 20 years ago. There'd be no defence. We clearly saw you do it. In that case, where's the victims? I don't know. She's probably still in a wall. I don't know where she is. Like, it's just ridiculous. I like absurdity. So, but what this is, and the background will change. I'm going to get some curtains, or I suppose I could paint the wall. Going to get a decent background. But this is like the opposite to AI. This is, I mean, there's going to come a time when I might be one of the few humans left on YouTube. And it'll be predominantly avatars, and the podcast will probably be predominantly just created audio with the same voice as a presenter, but with the content created by AI, maybe an interview just transcribed, and then, so it just, I think human beings doing this stuff is going to reduce dramatically. And when things are less available, when things become scarce, I would say they become more valuable. That's what happens with rare metals or rare, jewels and stuff like that. I don't know. Apparently diamonds are not rare at all. There's loads, but they're restricted in order to keep the prices up. I don't know how true that is. Possibly not even worth a penny each, never mind millions. But I don't know how true that is. I mean, things are worth whatever people will pay for them, aren't they, really, I guess? Never had a diamond, never seen a diamond, although I might have seen loads, but not really knew that I'd seen them. And how many people have diamond rings when they get married? How many people have I seen that were married? Probably thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands during my lifetime. But you can't just stop someone in the street and say, "Oh, can I just have a quick look at your hand, please?" There's nothing weird, I just want to look at your ring. You can't walk up to people in the street and say, "Do you mind if I have a look at your ring?" So this is kind of like being a human. Now, with the way and I've mentioned this yesterday, and I'm probably going to still mention it, because you won't be able to tell the difference soon. You may still not be able to tell the difference already. I think I can tell the difference. And I think a lot of that is because the AI videos that are coming out, they're not putting any effort into the dialogue to make the voice sound real. But there's someone that does do that. She's got an avatar, and she's a real person, but she now just uses her avatar on her AI YouTube channel. And she lets everyone know that it's an avatar. So not only does it look like her, it sounds like her. The inflection is the same. There's a few little bits that are detectable, but not a lot. And you might think, well, what does it matter then? Let's just go all AI and not bother. Just clone your voice, JJ. And, well, I have cloned my voice on it in 11 Labs. I cloned it. And I could do something. It's very expensive. But you can, I could put together a podcast episode. But what's the point? And it won't be me. And if it's the only time I can see that being of use to me personally is if for some reason I wasn't able to talk. Then yeah, I can create, I'll have an avatar, or for the podcast, have my cloned voice, which will get better. The cloning will get better, and because I got thousands and thousands of hours of me talking, and I do own the rights to my voice, so I suppose I could technically, if I was able to write, then I could still do the podcast. You know what I mean? I think, so that's not really what this is about, but, what's this? What's going on here? Oh, that's right, it looks like it wasn't done. Good. I did a Q&A Friday yesterday. It's a little bit late. Lasted an hour and 39 minutes, 40 seconds. The day before I did Thursday, I did Thursday Throwbacks, which was about TV shows from 1980. It lasted 2 hours, 32 minutes and 53 seconds. That's a long time. That's a long recording. But then I did a let me bore your pain away. 34 minutes 57 seconds. So I just want to have a look at what I've done the last week. So it's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So yeah, so this week, since last Monday, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 recordings since last Monday. It's now Sunday, the 26th of October. I watched the Fabio Wardley fight last night. It was pay-per-view. And I'll be honest, I did not really enjoy the undercard. I'm not sure it should have been a pay-per-view. I'm starting to think they're taking advantage of the customers a little bit, because it costs money to be a part of DAZN. So to even watch anything, it's a monthly subscription, which I pay because boxing is the only sport I like. But then they charge money on top for big fights. And although this was a big fight, it wasn't a world title fight. Yet they'll show a world title fight from America and they won't charge anything extra for it because it's in America. I don't know, just don't... I mean, I'm a big fan of Fabio Wardley, and I would pay for the pay-per-view if I'm able to, because I've been following him from the right at the beginning, and also he's local to where I live, so he's like a local hero. And he will be fighting for all of the world titles in the heavyweight division next year sometime against Alexander Usyk, unless he doesn't. So if Usyk decides he doesn't want to fight him, he'll have to give up the belt, and Fabio Wardley will become, I don't know, the WBA. He'll become the world champion anyway in that one belt. So yeah, I mean technically he does have two, because he had the interim. He had the WBO interim as well. So surely, yeah. So if he kept that belt, and Usyk decided to fight someone else, and kept those belts, so he kept all three belts, but Fabio had the fourth belt. Then when it come to Fabio's next one, which would be WBO, he'd have to give his belt up again, so he'd have two belts if Usyk didn't want to fight Fabio. I don't personally see why Usyk wouldn't want to fight him. And yeah, in a way, I kind of hope that he doesn't, so that Fabio can get the belt and then defend it against someone else, because I wouldn't put anyone, any heavyweight boxer in the world at the moment, to beat Usyk. He's just that good. Anyway, I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk about boxing, but I do want to talk about boxing. I love my boxing. But I just didn't enjoy the undercard. I know they have to have an undercard, but in the old days, and I'm talking the 90s, they used to show one fight, the main card, on ITV Boxing on Saturday night. So, for example, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank, they would watch that, they would show that fight at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever time it was on. They would have a time slot and they would show that fight. And they would make sure that it was available to be watched at that time. So they'd start it, and it'd just be before the ring walk. And that was good. I realise don't get to see the new up-and-coming people. It's just, I don't know. For me, it's impatience. I want to see the main card. Unless, of course, I'm interested in what's going on elsewhere. So if it's a really big bill, like there's one in November in Riyadh, there's loads of good fights on there. In fact, they're all big fights. It's Benavidez against Yard. Benavidez going to win. That's for one of the cruiserweight titles, world titles. Haney's fighting someone else. So even, what's his name, that used to be the light heavyweight champion, he's on there. Like, he's not even being listed, but he's fighting on that night. Former, unified world champion. He's just, I guess it's like a warm-up fight for him. So that'll be a really good one. I hope it's on at a good time, because I imagine their audience is America. So I hope that they put it on at a... Why can't they have it on at like 2 in the afternoon? So it's available for America. I know that not everyone can watch boxing at 2 in the afternoon in the UK, but like it's a Saturday. I know some people can't, but you know, probably quite a lot of people can on a Saturday, maybe. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know what everyone's life is. So I wear my glasses. Oh, that's better. I can actually see what I'm doing now. Hi. Oh, it gives me eye strain. If I go too long without wearing them, my eyes hurt a little bit. So this is what I've tried to do. I've tried to kind of get some type of routine with the Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast. And I'm not sure which one I did first. I think it was Q&A Friday. So I've been doing Q&A Fridays for about a year and a half now, maybe longer. It's basically on my Facebook group. If you join, it's called Jason Newland's Boring Group. I just on a Monday, usually Monday or Tuesday, I post to say, is there any questions for this week's Q&A Friday? And I put the date when it's going to be on. And I normally get a few questions. Sometimes I get none, sometimes I get loads. It just depends, but I usually get a few. Yeah, there's been probably one time when I didn't get any, so it's not really very often. Maybe that's because I didn't leave it till after I'd done it. Maybe. So I get the questions and I answer the questions. That's the Q&A Friday. Years ago, I started a Sleepy Boring Objects podcast. Where is it? And yeah, Sleepy Boring Objects. And basically, I chose some topics. I just talked about a subject. So the first one I did was rain. And it was the 20th of September 2021. And I just talked about rain for 31 minutes and 11 seconds. Just talked about rain. And the idea behind it really was to just choose a subject or an object, talk about it, my experiences with that particular object or something, or what I thought about the object or what I thought maybe the object represents, or, you know. Number 2 was hair. That was nearly half an hour. So they're roughly about 30-40 minutes each. So I did quite a few of them. And they're all out of order on this. I need to sort them out on a podcast. So much to do. Yes, it's roughly 30 to 40 minutes long. These although they're probably longer now. Yeah, they're much longer now because they're part of the Let Me Bore You to Sleep kind of family. Because it wasn't to start with, really. It was, but a kind of separate thing. So, yes, I got one called Karate, 7th of July this year. So it's Let Me Bore You to Sleep number 1389. And it was 2 hours, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Which is long. So yeah, they're definitely increased in length to usually hour and a half plus, which is about the average length, I would say, of the Let Me Bore You to Sleeps. They're usually, but always, not always, I mean sometimes they're less than an hour, but predominantly way more. So I've done another one here, Monday's Boring Objects, not even put what it is, but it's 2 hours, 5 minutes, 21 seconds. Why didn't I put what it was? Doc job, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Homes. So this was Let Me Bore You to Sleep 1305, 17th of March 2025. 2 hours and 22 seconds. That's long. So if it's a subject that I actually know something about, or if it's an object to do with my life, just looking at these. It's another one. IQ test, 28th of October 2024. Duration 2 hours 14 minutes and 8 seconds. 80. It's an IQ test, and I just said 80 seconds. The IQ test. I say IQ test. I just have to count to 100. So yeah, Michael Jackson, an hour and a half. So yeah, wow. Tea bags. Who'd have thought, and this was the 16th of September last year, 2024, who'd have thought that anybody could talk about tea bags for 2 hours and 13 minutes and 13 seconds? What did I talk about? How? But then you might say, yeah, but you spent half an hour talking about nothing, and you've not even started the recording yet, really. Yeah, I suppose you could argue that. But that is what this is. It's not really necessarily structured. But what I did is I started doing the sleepy boring objects, called it Monday's Boring Objects. And, I got a crumb from a bit of cookie I had earlier. Oh well, I don't have to worry about stuff like that when it's just the audio. So I started posting them on Mondays and recording them on Mondays. Although there's been a few times I've had to miss it due to stuff that's gone on, especially, just things that have gone on this summer and last year, and just various different things. And then I started doing Trivia Tuesday. Now, I don't know how many Trivia Tuesdays I have done. Trivia Tuesday. Alright, I'm searching in the wrong podcast. That's probably why it's not coming up. Probably. So Trivia Tuesday is basically, I try and think of a very random subject and just, I do use ChatGPT to look up the facts of the subject. So, I'm using AI, but I'm not using AI as in I'm not AI, my voice isn't AI, and what I'm saying isn't created by AI. But the list that I'm reading out on this particular Trivia Tuesday will be helped with AI, because how long will it take me to get together a list, or even to search through Google to get hold of that stuff? It's just easier. So there, I'm just looking how many I've done, How many Trivia Tuesdays have I done? How many Q&A Fridays have I done? Wow. A lot. So Trivia Tuesdays, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I might have... Blimey. Have I really got that many? That seems weird. 2024. It's a Trivia Tuesday, Australia. I'm pretty sure that's one of the first ones I did. I'm looking at the screen, by the way. I can't look at you and the screen. Although there is a way using AI where I can adjust my eyes in the video so it's looking at you when actually I'm not looking at you. But again, I'm not going to do that. So now we're looking at the one down there. No, I'm not going to do that. So 2024. There's a lot. So December 2024. I'll just get an idea. I've done the most weeks of this year. November 2024, October 2024. Okay, so since, from the looks of this, since October 2024, I've been doing the Trivia Tuesdays. So you can work that out yourself. It's now nearly, yes, it's October 2025, so there's probably at least 45, maybe more, because there's been a few that I've missed, a few weeks I've missed. And then there's Whisper Wednesday, which is, not everybody loves the whisper recordings. Vinny's asleep underneath the desk. He's so cute. He's listening to me as well, because I can hear it. I can see his ear twitching. I can see it. I really can. So I would, with the Whisper Wednesday, it's just exactly the same as a Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And everything I do is softly spoken, but it's proper like this, whisper all the way through. And it's exactly the same as any other of my recordings. It's just whispered. So I'm talking about what's going on in the day, you know, how I'm feeling, what I've got planned. You know what I mean. And then I started doing like a Saturday summary, although that's not kind of locked in. Sunday papers. So I started doing Sunday papers, and I've done that I've done quite a few versions of that. Sunday's papers. So I started doing Sunday papers in 2024 as well. Blimey. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30. Blimey, I've done quite a few. I'd have to write it down. I'd have to kind of keep a track. But yeah, since December 2024, apparently, I didn't realise I'd been doing it so long. Oh. But it hasn't been every Sunday. So I've done quite a few. It's really weird how when you do something, you keep doing it, and it doesn't feel like I've done a lot. But then before I know it, especially like with the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, yesterday's episode was 1472, and I started in, it was March 2018, I think it was. I do believe. Yes, 2018. So, I mean, technically, we're not far off the 10-year mark, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, it is. The idea that I've been doing the Let Me Bore You to Sleep for 10 years nearly, 8 years in March, and we're now in November nearly. It just doesn't just know. So yeah, this is the most consistent I've ever been with any of my podcasts. I mean, I've been doing recordings for nearly 20 years. But the Let Me Bore You to Sleep is it's probably the one I enjoyed the most. I have enjoyed the most. Because it can be lots of different things. And then the Let Me Bore Your Pain Away, that's something that I do also enjoy. And that's a mixture of this, but more focused towards, chronic pain and reducing that, and, different techniques, and also just by focusing on my voice. I mean, hopefully, by focusing on my voice, you get to relax, you get to calm down, you get to feel more peaceful, your mind slows down, maybe you might fall asleep if that's what you want to do, but you feel more relaxed. That's kind of at least the bare minimum. Or I'm company, because I'm doing this, I do it so regularly, nearly every day, when things are going okay. Sometimes I can't do it every day because of my medical conditions, my mental health conditions. But outside of that, or if there's something going on, like this summer, I had a quite difficult time with my unwell neighbour. He had a more difficult time than me, but it just meant that I was back and forward to the hospital, and I didn't have the energy to do much in the way of recording, although I did do some. I mean, we look in July 2025. Which is kind of weird when you think about it, because I put in July 2025. Why has it done that? July 2025. I did do... Okay, it's probably the best way is to just go backward. October, come on. Right, for some reason I'm not even putting the date on them ones. That was my little period I went without putting the date on. I've gone back to putting the date. I don't know why I keep saying the same thing. September, June. I never used to put the date on any of my recordings in the past, like back in the day. I saw this kid, there was a bunch of kids walking through the park, and I'm just walking through the park, and I think I was with Vinny, and I think there was about 3 kids, and one of them looked at the tree, pointing to this tree, and they couldn't have been more than 10. And I was, and he was saying, "Oh, I remember back in the day, we used to swing in that tree." And the other time, "When was that?" I said, "Oh, in the summer." And this was September time. Back in the day. Since when does back in the day mean like 3 weeks ago? A 10-year-old saying back in the day. I guess they're just copying, and they copying what they hear. There's a phrase that I can't get my head around. Is there was she got evicted from Big Brother on Friday, this lady, and she had this thing. I heard her say it twice. Once about someone else, like, so Big Brother said, "You can't do this," or whatever, over the loudspeaker, if you've ever watched the show. And she said to the person next to her, man said what he said. And I thought, what's that supposed to mean? Does that mean something? Man said what he said. And then I saw a clip where she says the same thing about herself. I said what I said. So that's obviously her little catchphrase. I said what I said. Man said what he said. What is it supposed to mean? Does it have some significance? I guess she must have heard someone else saying it to her, and she just says it herself because she's been around people saying that. But what does it mean? I said what I said. We all said what we said. Everybody, whatever you said, you said. It's just, I ate what I ate. I pooed what I pooed. I mean, what? It made no sense to me. Educate me, someone, please. Right, so July. All the way through July, I didn't have much time to make recordings. But let's have a look at what I managed to do. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I did 17 recordings in July. And that was the worst time of the year for me, and one of the worst times ever as an adult. So I still managed to do 17 recordings. It's like, wow. So I'm kind of, how many did I do in August? To be fair, I might have done less in August, because once it sunk in what had happened, I think I kind of not lost the plot, but just, August 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Wow. I did 41 recordings in August. See, in my memory, I didn't do hardly anything in August because of what happened, like, in July. Wow. So what did I do in September? I'm sure I had a period when I couldn't do anything. So September 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I did 24 in September. So it's kind of half of what I did in August. What have I done in October so far? Because now the 26th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. So this is the 30th recording that I've done in October, and it's now the 25th of October today. No, 26th, sorry. How many did I do in January? When am I going to start talking about the papers? I am going to talk about the papers, don't worry. What about June? How many I did in June? Because June was a good month, I think. I think it was. June was an okay month. I don't know, for example. I don't know 100%, but June, 1st of June, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 35 in June. What about May? I could have just started in March, like January, couldn't I? But I don't normally take much notice of how many recordings I do. But sometimes there'll be a few days where I don't do anything. And there'll be some days where I do multiple. So May, I wonder how many I did in May. May. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 27 in May. So I must be averaging like a one a day at least. I wonder how many I did in January. Does it go back far enough to January? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, look. Let Me Bore Your Pain Away, number 22. Negotiation. 14th of April, 25. Oh. Just looking for... No, I'm not going to go all the way back to January. I can't be bothered. Although I'm nearly there now, though. I'm in March. Let's have a look. There's someone in the garden, so I hope that Vinny doesn't hear them. If he does, then... Because there's all these... Are they chestnuts? Whatever they are, on the pavement. On the pathway, so you can't walk across them without making this crackly sound. Well, this is interesting. I've had done a lot of recordings this year. I want to add them up now. Should we see how many I've done this year? Not sure if I can keep track. It's going to take ages. It really will take ages to do that. I can't be bothered. No, there's a lot. The thing is, like a year goes by and it's like, oh, it's gone by. Another year. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, you might not go, ooh, 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 but, you know, it's gone. It's like, where's it gone? It's gone so quick. But when you really think about it, I know everyone's different, we all have different experiences, but there's going to be times when it went really slow. Periods where perhaps you would have enjoyed it to go a little bit quicker. And you can include the whistle in that if you like. Hundreds and... Oh, I know what I can do to find out. No, it's not going to work. There's a lot though. So many. I reckon, so we'll look at 300. I reckon I've done at least 300 recordings this year so far. Which is quite a lot. It is, isn't it? That's a lot of recordings. So let's have a look. I can figure it out. Let's see if I can go through it quickly, but I'll have some drink. I'll drink a water first. So let's have a look. 1st of January. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to fall asleep. 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Right, so that's 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200. Which brings us up to June. So it's 200. So hold the 200. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300, 301, 302, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 322. Close. I thought I said about 300, didn't I? So 322. Nearly the end of October. So that's 10 months nearly. So averaging 330 a month. That's one a day. It's not bad, is it? I think. Now, if we go all the way back down again, no, can't you just tell us something from the papers? At least just read the title of a paper. I will do. No, I can't bother to go down. I've had enough of that. So, let's have a look at the papers. Press reader. Is it press reader? Is that the one I'm with? Right, press reader. Okay, that's not, is it? It's not press reader, it's a different one I use. Oh yeah, Readly. Right, so here we go. So today, should we go for the Daily Star? Daily Star. Here we go. A bit of light reading. The Daily Star is not necessarily classed as the most serious paper. Just give you an example. On the first page, it's got a picture of two soldiers with their pants down. Exclusive, shocking increase in UK troops accused of flashing. So that's kind of where we are with that one. It's gone up 300%. I flashed once. It was in public. No one noticed. Teen in court. Okay, right. Millions of £90 bills. Okay, right. So they're doing what? Rita Ora. Always like Rita Ora. I don't know. I don't know what she sounds. I don't know. Singing wise, I don't know, but she just. Yeah, I like her hair. She's got a very unique look. So let's have a look. Let's forget that. I'll go back to that. I actually thought it was Marilyn Monroe for a minute because she's got she's got a Marilyn hairstyle, but actually, she did look a little bit more like Marilyn for a second. Oh, they're talking about Halloween. Crisps. Oh, okay. Pain for Princess Diana's brother. Princess Diana's brother finds it difficult when strangers tell him where they were when she passed away. Why would you tell him that? I mean, really, how is the subject going to come up unless they find out that you are her brother, or you are her brother, and then why would they proceed to say, "Oh, I was having a curry when that happened"? Like, why would someone do that? It's weird, isn't it? It reminds me of my friend. There was a couple of people in my friend had a friend that came round his, and he brought his friend. So my friend only knew one of them. The other person he didn't know. My friend said to his friend, he said to his friend's friend, "Wow, you don't half look like that bloke." Now, I'm not going to say the person's name. Let's just say he was very famous, isn't the right word, infamous, I don't know, but very well known. And it was a huge case, like absolutely one of the biggest cases ever, like in this country. Okay. And it turned out that he was related to this person. And my friend was like, "Oh." And like, yeah, it turned out he actually was like closely related to this person who he said you look like. So you never know, do you? You never know who you're dealing with, I suppose. Bohemian Rhapsody at 50. So Bohemian Rhapsody was 1975. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub, me, oh me, oh me. I don't know. It is my favourite song that they did. Although, if I'm honest, and I don't like to be honest, but if I was to be honest, I did like what Queen did in the late years, well, the last couple of years, sort of living on my own, Who Wants to Live Forever, Show Must Go On. It just became so poignant, and living on my own, be buttered up, be buttered up. I just love those songs. I did like Barcelona as well. Really loved Barcelona, which was about 1986, 85, 86, I do believe. And it was weird because, let's see if I get this right. In the 1990, was it European or was it the World Cup? But it was in Spain. And there was a specific song that was supposed to be the actual anthem for the football thing. But Barcelona became the top one. Well, that wasn't supposed to be. But that's the song that everyone was singing. Barcelona, Barcelona. Or was it not? Maybe I might have got that wrong. I tell you what, though, the biggest winner of the 1990, whether it was World Cup or European Cup, was Pavarotti. Do do do. Oh, that's it. That's the song that became do 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 do. Now, some people say, "Well, you're just being a philistine, like acting like no one knew who Pavarotti was before 1990." No, I'm not saying that. But he became a superstar. Superstar. After that. And you may say, he was already a superstar. He was travelling the world and singing in opera houses all around the world. I said, yeah, to opera houses, to an opera audience. After 1990, he was singing to everyone. Everybody loved him. It was no longer, he was bigger than opera. I don't think there's ever been another singer that's been bigger. I don't mean physically, although maybe, but I love Barcelona, but that song, Nisa Dora, or whatever it's called, that was the proper song to be for the. The thing is, because of what happened in '91, it's kind of a shame that Barcelona wasn't got taken into everyone's big heaving bosoms as much as the other one by what's his name, Pavarotti. I don't know what year it was. I think it was either 91 or 92. Pavarotti performed in Hyde Park in London, which is huge. It's a huge place. And Princess Diana was there, members of the royal family was there. I think the Queen might have even been there. And the press were there, cameras. It was a nice day. I think it might have rained a bit, but it's supposed to, isn't it, in this country? But it's the only time I've ever been in an audience that size. And it was free as well. So no entrance fee, you could go along. Pavarotti was singing, possibly some other people as well. I got bored. I waited for hours because I opened the park hours before the thing was going to start, and in the end I left. And as I was leaving, I could hear the crowd cheering, and it started. And I saw it in the evening. Like when I got home, it was like on TV live. I don't know if it was live or they showed a replay in the evening. But it was possibly one of his greatest concerts in this country. But I was there for part of it, to see them put some chairs out. So apparently Nigel Farage, his cut-out face is going to be used, is very popular in Halloween. I didn't know that Pamela Anderson had freckles. Isn't it strange? Didn't know. I never needed to know, but just didn't know. She covered the freckles up, didn't she? I'm not going to say anything crude like in the 90s. I never looked at her face. See, that would be crude. I wouldn't do anything like that. But change is good as a rest. Not making a change in their lives is a big regret for more than half of adults. By changing jobs, moving cities, switching to an electric vehicle. Wow. So they're trying to promote people to get an electric vehicle here, or even redecorating the house, make people feel, what? Sometimes a change is a big... Oh, change is good as a rest. Not making a change in their lives is a big regret. But changing homes... Damien Daly, boss of Leap Motor UK, which set up the study, and it's clear millions of Brits want to take a leap, but there are a multitude of reasons holding them back. We want to make change feel less daunting and more achievable. Many folk. Who says folk? F-O-L-K. I've never used that term. Never. Never. Many folk are worried about what it might cost while others simply lacked the motivation to try something new. The study also found half of them admitted they felt much better after they finally made the change. So let's have a look at Damien Daly. Right, because I've mentioned in this switch into an electric vehicle as a list of different things people might do. So let's just see if Damien Daly, boss of Leap Motor UK, who did this survey kindly out of his own heart, did this survey. Let's see if he's got anything to do with electric vehicles, shall we? So Leap Motor UK. Let's have a look. Leap Motor UK. Here we go. Leap Motor UK. Let's see. It's Leap grant our electric car grant. Oh, what? It's latest per. No. It seems to be a company that sells electric cars. Now that sounded like I was being cynical, didn't it? So basically that was just an advert. It's an advert. An advert, an advert, an advert. So that whole telling people. So it had nothing to do with anything else in it. It was just about advertising that company and mentioning changing over to electric cars. Youngsters are dishing out salmon treats instead of sweets this Halloween. Gen Z, not Z, Z, are replacing traditional confectionery with savoury snacks. Experts say they have all soared ahead of Halloween as younger generations focus on health. Do you ever think that maybe all the supermarkets have got together and they've got too much salmon? And they're like, we've got to find a way to get rid of all this salmon. So, in the newspaper says, well, we could put an article saying that young people are now giving away salmon savoury treats instead of, sweets and chocolate. It's like, oh, that's a good idea. Isn't that a bit controlling? And everyone laughs. Like, that's what we do. That's why we're here. That's what newspapers are for, is to sell stuff. 3 out of 5 consumers now choose fruits or nuts over sweets. How? I mean, I don't go trick-or-treating. But I imagine if I did go trick-or-treating and I was given nuts, fruit and nuts, instead of a treat, like a chocolate bar or just a little thing from Cadbury's box or something. Or they gave me a bit of salmon wrapped up in some parsley. A little bit with a cracker. Their house would get egged. It's as simple as that. I would not put up with that. Millions of us break our phones or drop them down the loo. Careless Brits take Careless Brits take just 4 months on average before they damage a new mobile phone. And around 1 in 20 drop them in the toilet, new research found. 2/3 smash their handset by dropping it on the floor. Another 9% sit on it whilst it's in the back pocket. And 6% damage it in water. I thought they was waterproof now. Maybe I'm wrong. The study comes as Vodafone expands its new Fix and Go service, offering same-day repairs at 14 stores across the country. That's generous of them, isn't it? I mean, it's just in time for this article that they were going to write in the Daily Star on Sunday, because they were going to do an article. That might just the coincidence. Do you imagine, like, they would like, I've got to do this article about phones, the amount of people that drop their phones down the toilet or sit on them, and I just wish there was a solution. It just doesn't feel right to just put down what the problem is without any kind of help for our readers. And so maybe they phoned around. So where are we going to get the help? Where are we going to get the help? And then they were in a lift with someone. So where do you work? Oh, I work at Vodafone. Do you? Yeah, and we've got a fix and go service offering same-day repairs at 14 stores across the country. Wow, you wouldn't believe it. I'm actually writing an article about phones being dropped down the toilet. So, why are you telling me that? No, because you can fix them. I said, I'm not going down the toilet. Get it yourself. I said, no, it's not me. I've not dropped the toilet down a phone. It's something that we're going to do an article about. Yeah. Why are you telling me about it? But you said that you work at Vodafone and all that stuff. I said, yeah. Well, why don't we get together and I can advertise? Well, not advertise, because obviously wouldn't advertise it, but you could be part of the article. Very important article. So instead of just giving the problem, we can also give the solution. Okay, so... Oh, that's a good idea. That's just really helpful to the readers, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's what we're all about, is helping the readers. Oh, have you thought about doing an article about how people regret not making changes in their life, but it's also can be quite stressful? You know, things like, I don't know, moving house, changing job, getting a new electric car. Oh, it's almost too transparent to be real. What's this? Doe, Ben and Jerry's TV fudge. Jerry Halliwell asked hit telly writer Ben Elton to pen a sitcom about the Spice Girls. Right, so it's a little bit long ago. Ben is 66 now, so I don't know if he's retired yet. Balvinder, it's end and error for Strictly. What? That's not. Christine McGuinness. I don't really know who she is. Opened up about her ADHD battle. The 37-year-old, model wrote on Instagram, ADHD diaries. 3 weeks off my second type of ADHD meds. 3 days ago into my third type of ADHD meds. I'm unable to regulate my nervous system, control my mouth, or put up with people's BS. Joking, kind of, but I know I will one day. Jennifer Lopez has said that she was never... Okay, I'll read that out. So this is no replacing quiet... This is about Strictly Come Dancing, so I can't be bothered. Pregnant Strictly pro Diane Buswell has blasted trolls for posting a defiant dance routine online. Oh, she's all the dancer, 36. Hit back with a TikTok clip after being slammed for competing while expecting her first child. Admittedly, I've got no kids. But I have known people with kids. People that are expecting kids. You know, got the little thing in their tummy growing. I've seen lots of soaps and lots of TV shows and documentaries about people that are pregnant. I've even seen, like I said, the doctors say, well, try not to drink, don't smoke, don't, some medications you can't take when you're pregnant. Not once have I ever heard a doctor or heard anyone say, no ballroom dancing when you're pregnant. No ballroom dancing. So I'm a little bit confused about that one. Apparently Gen Z's favourite James Bond is Sir Roger Moore. So what is... They've got to explain what Gen Z is. I don't know what that is. Am I Gen Z? Am I? So Roger Moore's been named the best James Bond by youngsters. Well, I'm not a youngster, am I, anymore? Mentally, but not physically. Although parts of my body do look like a baby actually now. I'm kind of turned into a toddler. As fans wait to see who will be the next 007, a survey revealed which Bond different generations prefer. So the poll by Freeview channel, Great Action. Okay, Freeview Action have done a very, very generous thing there, haven't they? They've done a poll. So Freeview Action, Great Action is a channel. That's really nice of them, isn't it? Don't want anything in return. They just did this for the newspaper. Wow, that's good. So Roger came second overall with 23%, with Daniel Craig was picked by fewer than 1 in 10 viewers. So Sean Connery was chosen by 27% of older Brits. Gen Z, however, say suave ladies Moore was the spy they loved most, 22%. TV Kate Gartland said, no matter what the age, TV viewers love older action stars. I think they're all good, actually. James Bond, I mean, my favourite James Bond would be Roger Moore, because he was funny, but it was ridiculous, because he was older than me, and he was running around, having fist fights, paragliding down buildings. You know what I mean? It was just ridiculous. It was funny to watch, and that's what made it fun. I think with Daniel Craig, he became very serious, but in reality, it would be very serious, wouldn't it? I suppose Sean Connery, he was brilliant at it. I mean, I don't think it's hard to really disagree with that. It was really good. He had some funny lines, but it was also serious. Roger Moore was just funny. I mean, it was serious things in it, but he was still funny, and it looked silly. I mean, how old was he when he did his first James Bond movie? I have to search this stuff up. So Roger Moore, Roger Moore. Okay, let's have a look. I liked Roger Moore in The Saint, and I liked him in the TV show he did with what's his name? Live and Let Die. So 1973. So he couldn't. The Persuaders, yeah, The Persuaders, I like that. It's good, very funny. So Live and Let Die 1973. That was his first one, I do believe. Let's have a look. Really? Come on. Why can't we just... Oh, that's weird. Both me and... we've got something in common, me and James Bond, the Roger Moore version. We both had our appendix and adenoids removed. We both had chicken pox. So let's have a look. I'm trying to find... This is ridiculous. Okay. So from what I can see, the first movie did was 1973. And it was Live and Let Die. Though he was finally cast as James Bond and Live and Let Die in 1973. 44, right, in his first one. Gold, he made a film called Gold, I remember that. He was paid just 200 grand for that. I didn't like seeing Roger Moore in other movies. Although there was one movie that I did like. I've just contradicted myself. There was a movie that I did like. Let's go have some more water. I think it was a movie. It might have been a TV show, like a weird TV show, but I think it was a movie. And his doppelganger, someone who looks exactly the same as him, takes over his life. I don't remember the name of the film. It was freaky, quite a freaky movie. But I did prefer him just being as James Bond. The last time he did James Bond was... So what ones did he do? He did Live and Let Die, 1973, Man with a Golden Gun, 1974, The Spy Who Loved Me, 1977, Moonraker, 1979, For Your Eyes Only, 1981, he came back in 1983 in Octopussy, and his final one was A View to a Kill, 1985. And that was the first one I saw at the cinema. I went and saw that. I think, yeah, I did. I think I also saw the Sean Connery one as well, that was also the same year. And he was 58. So he was 58. He was 3 years older than me when he was running around beating up all the bad guys. In fact, when he did Octopussy, it's like, good on him, but it was funny to watch. And he was just a funny character. So, you know. Let's have a look. What we got here? Make gel. Okay, nope. So there's a weird thing. In UK, the prisons release someone by accident. And they're saying here, lags should wear US-style orange jumpsuits. Yeah, I mean, he was released. so that he wouldn't be wearing his jumpsuit if he was you get to wear your own clothes when you get released. How dim are these people that write this stuff? So he was released. He basically was free. They let him go. They said, Rabatu, I think his name is Kabadu, whatever. See ya. Thanks. And they let him go. So no matter what he would wear inside the prison wouldn't make any difference, because you don't leave prison in your prison clothes. You get your clothes back. Or you get something else to wear, but you don't, definitely not going to walk out in an orange stuff. Oh. Although orange is nice. I like orange. What's this? Ooh. The clocks have gone back. Hello, humans. Okay. Count Binface giving gloom a trashing. Get the Count Binface podcast. Trash talk with guests including Alistair Campbell, Stuart Lee, Al Murray, Alice Roberts, Mark Gattis, and many, many more. Oh, this has rocked the world. This has rocked the showbiz world, in the entire world. Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman are leaving Strictly Come Dancing, presenting it. When I heard that, I just had to sit down in a quiet room for hours and hours and hours, and I just wept. Me, 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 me. Beep-a-dee, beep, 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 beep. Right, let's have a look. Right, I got a picture of Prince Andrew sitting in a bin for some reason. Only the finest mature... Okay, it's food. Big picture of food. Sonia R. So what's this about? Many hands. Wow, that's phenomenal. So they're doing a vet is doing an operation at Edinburgh Zoo. But they had to hold the giraffe down. Couldn't they just it's hard when you say put him to sleep. I mean, sedate. Couldn't they sedate the giraffe? I don't know. Here's another useful help. With help from outside. So this is a really good story. Helpline to stop fur flying. It's getting hairy out there for Brits as they fight over fur and hair from their pets and partners. I just had that with Vinny. Got his hairs, and I was clean shaven when I started this recording. It's just all his hairs. So I want to read this because I would really like some help with this problem. Research has done some. I wonder where the research comes from. Research says that hair and fur around the house is one of the biggest causes of rows. Arguments. So I'm glad they did a poll. At least they're being unbiased. They're not trying to sell us anything this time. That's what we need. We need something where they got a problem and they offer you a solution. Not trying to get your money, not trying to promote a product or anything like that. The poll by Currys found 43% fallout over clogging plug holes, whilst hair in food gets 42% in Tiz. Curry have launched their Hairline, a place to share hairy frustrations to mark Dyson's new Piston V16 animal vacuum. TV star Vicky Pattison is fronting the Hairline with husband Erkan Ramadan. She said, "Our house is basically a hairy battleground, That's why I've teamed up with the Currys to launch their hairline, a fun way to vent about the hairy havoc we all dealt with. So yeah, okay. Why did they name a giraffe Gilbert? Of all the names, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Gilbert, but for all the names that they could possibly have given him or her, I don't know. Right, okay. Jennifer Metcalf is set to stay on Hollyoaks for another year. She used to be in EastEnders, didn't she? Or didn't she? I don't know. I don't care. Vic in battle with the bulge. Vicky McClure goes through. Okay, I can't bother with that. This is out and about on the celebrity beat. A new production of Peter Pan is being staged in the capital. That's very magical indeed. Okay, so it's just about like things in theatres and stuff. Let's have a look, see what else is there. Right, okay. Millions of sleep. This one, day off for sick and tired. So this is something that could be useful. Millions of sleepy staff are set to call in sick after the clocks went back. Rotocloud found that the number of workers taking sick leave is above average on the day after a clock change when compared to the... So this is just really good information. Who's Rotocloud? That's strange. I mean, they're very good that they helped out and stuff, but let's have a look. Rotocloud. Fuss-free rota planning software for your business. Start your free trial now. Pricing. £10 a month for 1 to 5 employers, or £15 a month for 1 to 5 employers pro. That's not bad. You get 2 months free if you go yearly. So it's like a data planning thing, and trusted over 5,000 businesses, including NHS, Daily Express. Wow. You think it must take a lot of effort to be like running that kind of business, yet they still made time to help out a newspaper. Okay, right. There's a super fit Brummy says he has completed Birmingham after running along every one of the city's 8,000 streets. He looks very much like Paul Gascoigne. He does. He does. Okay, let's have a look. What's this? Right, so here's the food faves get roasting. Sunday treat top of scoffs. The Sunday roast has been crowned as our favourite food. See, this is what I think is a nice article, because I don't want to do politics, don't want to go into that stuff. You can get that anyway, you don't need to come here for that. Not interested in like political stuff or any of the nasty stories, just try and keep it light, baby. So this is good, this is an article. And it's information. It's like, okay, I'm interested in what is the favourite meal of this country. What's the average person eating? And again, I'm just glad they're not trying to advertise anything. So this is good. I've just skimmed through it and there's no adverts, like, at last. So the Sunday roast has been crowned our favourite food. More than a third of adults backed the iconic gravy-laden blowout as the all-time best of British cuisine. A quarter like 25%, I guess. Thanks, Vinny. Like nothing more than tucking into fish and chips, while nearly 1 in 5 said the full English breakfast is their fave. Our top 5 feasts are rounded off by Britain's take on Indian food with a classic curry night, or an afternoon tea, or sarnie scones or cakes with our brew. But a plate of fish and chips is the nation's favourite week in, week out, with more than 6 in 10 enjoying fish and chips daily. So, okay. The study was carried out by seafood firm Young's. The nation's... Vinny, don't just calm down, please. The study was carried out by seafood firm Young's. It said, the nation's love affair with fish and chips shows no sign of fading, as new research reveals that millions of Brits still mark the end of the week with a chippy tea. So, the headline is roasting. Top, and it's got a list of top British things. Sunday roast, 35%. But then the bottom half of the things just talking about fish and chips. So, seafood firm Young's. Wonder what they do. What do they do? What do they do? So, they sell fish. They sell chip shop fish for 35 years. And all kinds of things that you can buy. I think there's frozen stuff you can buy and eat. Our range. Let's have a look at that. The authentic taste of the chippy in the comfort of your own home. I didn't see that coming. I just thought maybe it was a survey company that the newspaper paid to help them to get that survey together. An unbiased one. Okay, so let's see if we can find something else that isn't advertised. A job trip bonus. More than 8 in 10 young adults more than 8 in 10 young adult workers view business trips as a chance to upgrade their lifestyle. So that's interesting. A poll of 2,000 business travellers found that 26% often seek cool entertainment and content creation opportunities while away, and a third of Gen Z love dinners out on their firm's expenses. Why wouldn't you? I would. I wouldn't stop eating. Although almost 3/4 say they wouldn't pay out of their own pocket to upgrade their meals or hotel rooms. And why would you? I mean, if the room's really bad, then maybe, but unless you're getting, if it's a work trip, it makes sense not to pay money out of your own pocket, doesn't it, really, if you don't have to? So again, it's good. This is interesting to the average person to read this, because I'm sure there's lots of people that maybe go on trips or sent somewhere, another part of the country, is part of their job, and it's one of those problems like, should I upgrade with my own money, or should the company pay, and those kinds of problems. So it's good that they can just have a non-biased kind of article. So the research was commissioned by Hotels.com to march the launch of Save Your Save Your Way. The scheme lets members choose whether to save up front with their member discount or bank as it rewards to use later. The brand's Melanie Fish said travelling for business doesn't have to be all work. So, for those who don't know, let's have a little quick look. What's hotels.com? Hotels.com. Oh, it's a website for booking hotels. I'm trying to find stuff that's non-biased, but I mean, you know, again, a lot of work goes into all that stuff. And imagine this website, the people who run this website probably run the hotels and clean the hotels and serve all the food, and probably really busy, really, really busy. And they took some time out to help to you know, do that survey. So I think it's good on them. A crime writer felt a victim of daylight robbery after getting a £100 fine for stopping to buy a parking ticket. How are you supposed to get a parking ticket if you don't stop to buy the parking ticket? I thought you got fined if you didn't buy a parking ticket. Ticket. Alright, so basically, he got a £100 parking fine for the time he had left his car to try and buy a ticket. And he's so angry, he tracked down the boss of Napier Parking Limited. I mean, is that an advert? They say no press is bad press. It's a bit weird. Oh, there's an advert, but I don't mind this. Say goodbye to Pongy Pet Pooey. Say goodbye to Pongy Pet Poopy scooping forever with this. It's all spelled wrongly. With this ingenious device, the Mikasa M1 open top self-cleaning cat litter box makes cleaning up after cats and stinky odours a thing of the past. What we really need, we need something like that for dogs. Ooh, girls are trading up, lads. This is what it says here. Girls are trading up, lads, which is rude. In fact, I mean, you know, it's just very, very rude, but I'm going to read it because that's what it says. Rise of white van woman. Instead of white van man, white van woman. White van woman is on the rise as females take job as tradies. More women are working in the industry as electricians, painters and decorators and other trades. But research by a trade retailer shows more needs to be done to bridge the gap. The Paint Shed found that out of an estimated 1.7 million tradespeople in the UK, only 25,528 are women. The Paint Shed. So this is quite a big article there. So let's have a look. Who's the Paint Shed? The Paint Shed. Okie doke. The Paint Shed. The UK's most recommended independent paint retailer. Again, it's very generous of them to go to all that trouble to do a survey. Phenomenal, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Okay, I'm not even reading the rest of that now. The Wanted were one of the first bands to get cancelled, and band member Nathan Sykes still blamed One Direction. The rival boy bands waged a public war of words on social media back in 2012. It all kicked off with a tweet from 1D's Zayn Malik, who called Nathan's bandmate Max George a geek. I'm bored with that already. Let's have a look. So the Minogue is talking about Kylie Minogue. Right. What's this one? Cozy luxury throws for everyday home. That does look comfy. Footy clubs back our Billy Crusade. No. Proper Charlie. A bus driver who's a spitting image of actor Charlie Hunnam says he can't go a day without being stopped for selfies. Ben Reynolds said passengers always say how much he looks like the son of Anarchy star. He said once about 15 tourists asked for individual pictures in front of the bus because they said I looked like him. Ben, 39, 6 years younger than Hunnam, added, I take it as a compliment because he's a handsome guy. Even though I'm quite bad at taking compliments. I think you're probably getting used to it now. I think it's the beard. I style myself in a similar way to his. I mean, yeah, what's the chances of that happening? Oh, come on. It can't be the worst thing in the world, can it? Be to look like a famous, handsome actor. This is another interesting thing. Oven to be toast. Kettles, toasters and ovens may disappear from future kitchens. See, this is good that the newspaper is letting us know about the future developments of technology and how things may well be in the future. And I realise I said future twice within that little glock of like words, but I just like it because with all the AI stuff, AI-powered things, I just like to kind of be aware of what's going on. And the fact that the newspaper take their time to let us know this stuff instead of just focusing on politics and stuff like that or advertising, which is just nice. So the gadgets could be replaced by AI-powered chefs, which will whip up a healthy meal with ingredients grown in a hydroponic garden. So I find all that stuff fascinating. I really do. There will be self-cleaning surfaces and built-in content creation studios for filming recipes. A poll by Wix found the youngsters' generation of homeowners expect blah, blah, blah. Wix worked with its design consultants and Professor Deborah Sugg Ryan to create a CGI image of a kitchen of 2075. But there's no picture of the kitchen. So should we see what Wix is, just in case? I mean, you might be listening to this from another country, you don't know Wix. You might think it's some kind of candle firm. Right. Wix DIY trade company selling everything pretty much to do with DIY and rapid delivery within 3 hours. Home delivery from £4, click and collect in as little as 15 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, it's still nice of them to help with the article, I suppose. That's getting boring now, isn't it, me saying that? Never mind. It's supposed to be boring. That is the win-win for this whole video recording podcast thing, is if you say it's boring, yay, it's a success. If you say it's interesting, oh, that's fair enough, it's nice for you to say that. Can't lose. Oh. Right, let's move to this. Right, Gaza, not that Gaza, this is Paul Gascoigne. The real Gaza revealed for the first time. For the first time, I feel ready to write all about the sort of life I've had, so people get to know the real me, not the Gaza in the papers. The real Paul Gascoigne. I hope people realise they can distinct between that and the other Gaza. So this is a gardening page. No thanks. Grow a moustache, raise funds, save lives. Movember. Triumph of a year with 29 launches. Triumph is to introduce. It's an advert. Counter. Nope. Perils of Big Nope. These are movies. Right. Just. Oh, this looks nice. Holidays. I wonder what it's like to go on holiday to like a holiday place, where everything's there. I don't mean like Butlins or a holiday camp necessarily, but just where everything's there. Kind of like I guess like a cruise ship, but on ground. I'm a survivor. Celebrating 200 years of British Railways, the longest romance in the history of travel. Forward by Pete Waterman. Oh, okay. What's this? Right, we kind of got to the end, and I don't think they were talking about boxing because this would be, well, they might have added it. Nah, I don't think they would. It's a bit too late. The boxing didn't finish till about 11:30 last night, so it wouldn't have been in the newspaper. Wouldn't have been in the newspaper. So I'm just going through the sports, going through it. There's a lot of it, blimey. Flipping heck. Right. I'm just happy to see some adverts now. So it's nearly... Oh, there's a crossword. Good luck. A lot of puzzles. That's a lot of puzzles. That's huge amounts. Someone tried to teach me how to do... What was it called? What's that one that's complicated? Sudoku. And I remember I was in a pub and the bloke was trying to teach me how to do Sudoku. And I couldn't grasp it. Now, I was drinking, but I wasn't like drinking a lot. I wasn't drunk. I don't think I was, but I just could not grasp what he was saying. Fill the grid so that every column, row, and 3 times 3 square includes all the digits from 1 to 9. Oh. Okay. It's easy, isn't it? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 squares. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 6, 9. Why was that hard to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a square, there's 9 nines. But in each one, you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that the same for every Sudoku? Is that all that Sudoku is? Is that it? We just put them, just put them in, don't you? No. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so every row has to have 1 to 9. Every column and every row has to have 9. So is it the same every single time, but they just put different numbers in, like randomly? How would you even start? I suppose you could start at the first row. But what? Oh. Right, I guess you just need to start at the one that has the most numbers. 6, 8, 9, 5, 4. So that's 5. 5, 9, 7, 6, 1. So there's 2 have got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you supposed to work it out? Anyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do you do it? Anyone? I understand now what you need to do. What is the secret to it? Is there a technique? Because technically it seems impossible to do like one line and then do the next line, then do because there's so many variables. How can you? The level says gentle. Target 16 minutes. It's taken me 16 minutes to read the instructions, maybe 20 minutes to read the instructions. Or if you want today's solution, phone a number which will cost you 80 pence a minute. How many people are so like impatient to find out whether or not they passed it that they'll phone the number? And there's also a number you can call for 75 pence a minute that gives you extra clues. Wow. Word wheel. Using only the letters in the word wheel. Take 10 minutes to find as many words as possible, none of which may be plurals, foreign words, or proper nouns. Each word must contain the central letter and at least 3 others. Letters can only be used once in every word. There is at least one 9-letter word in the wheel. Okay. So let's have a look. What about the middle one? Is that part of it? Run, run, runned. Dinner. Oh, dinner. DINNER. That's 6, isn't it? That might be the top one. So let's just go from, so it's NIGER. That's unfortunate. UDN. So that's how it goes around. So from the top, NIGER, then UDN, all the way around, and L in the middle. So regional I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Right. Oh, okay. Perhaps I should. I'm so rubbish at quizzes and crosswords and stuff that it would be. All I'm going to do is embarrass myself. I mean, genuinely. Not even like. Literally. Oh, TV Life. Your full 7-day television guide. Seize the Bay. Return to Paradise. Okay. Right, so that's another police thing, I think. Guy Martin, the British train that changed the world. Not really. I don't dislike trains, don't get me wrong. I ain't got some big issue about trains. Like, yeah, you're always hating on trains, you are. No, I'm not. But I don't know if I want to watch a documentary about trains. I don't know. Yimby.com, Halloween Heroes, Spooktacular Costumes and Decor, in partnership with Smithies. I don't even know when. Oh, it's the 31st, isn't it? So I don't know what day it is today. The 26th today. 27th will be Monday. 28th will be Tuesday. 29th will be Wednesday. 30th will be Thursday. 31st will be Friday. So Halloween will be Friday. So Soap Stars, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, Neighbours, Vicky tells Ian about Zoe's son, this is EastEnders, and he sees how much it means to Sharon. He transfers some money to help. Later, Kat blurts out Zoe's secret in a packed Vic, leaving everyone reeling. Kat realises Zoe's actions are impacting her business and family, so she gives Zoe an ultimatum. But Alfie is determined to make peace between Kat, Zoe and Jean. Oh, it's ruining it, telling me what's going to happen. Never mind. As Halloween night gets underway, Zoe is paranoid that someone is out to get her, and later questions from the past arise as the Slaters watch a video from 1988. Meanwhile, Suki and Eve prepare to meet adoptive parents to see if adoption is right for them. But chaos ensues when Ravi, Priya and family return from holiday. Ravi meets Oki, who assures him that Harry and Kojo have been released. So Ravi hands over leadership of his dodgy business to Oki. Wonders BBC. This is Sunday, so listen up. I don't know what I'm bothered about. Spoo. What's on? No. So I'll be watching tonight. Although ITV2. Okay, so it's just the 3 channels. So I'll go Monday, Sunday. Right, there's nothing. BBC One, Channel 4. In the morning, I'll be watching Frasier. Oh, it's only a double bill, and then it's the Formula One Mexican Grand Prix highlights. Damn them. So they're messing up my Frasier morning. So 8:40 or 9:40 if I watch on Channel 4+1. Right, remember that. What about tomorrow? 4 episodes, 9:10. Good, so it's back to normal. And Channel 4, 4 episodes. Okay, Thursday, Channel 4, 4 episodes. And Channel 4, Frasier, 4 episodes. Good. 10 past 9 or 10 past 10, depending on when I watch them. Then 10 past 10, Triple Bill on Channel 4 on Saturday. It's just little things. Just little things like that I don't always watch it. But when I do, I do. I guess. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Right, should we do... It's just having that... I don't know, familiarity or having that routine, maybe. It's like having a bath every 6 months. It's just, it's nice to have that routine. So, horoscopes with Russell Grant. There's a picture of him from 1982. Aries. Practical issues take precedence, especially in finance and property. Family changes inspire improvements at home, but avoid committing on the 29th. Romance spices up your days. Oh, it's a Taurus. Seeing yourself through others' eyes brings real insight. While you may sometimes judge yourself harshly, those close to you admire your kindness, generosity, and capability. Gemini. Bottled up feelings need release, especially if relatives or colleagues disrupt plans. Clear, respectful expression ensures your understanding, and openness will strengthen bonds. Cancer. Though hoping for relaxation, emotions run high and demands leave little breathing space. Setting firm boundaries is essential when someone begins to monopolize your time. Leo. A reflective mood marks the start of your week, encouraging careful talks and joint planning. By midweek, you're ready to act, pouring imagination and creativity into every effort. Virgo. It's mine. It's the only one I'm going to take any notice of. Your practical mindset steers... Practical mindset. When have I ever had a practical mindset? So, your practical mindset steers early progress, delighting you when colleagues disregard or discard unrealistic notions in favour of your steady approach. But later, domestic discussions could become heated. That's kind of flipped me on. No, I'm the one. I'm more unrealistic. I'm practical. I'm the least practical person in the world. Wow. You just see me. I can't even see me try and put a shelf up. Honestly, if I try to put a shelf up in this flat, you'd see it on the news. There'd be some disaster. I just can't. It's weird because my dad's like, he could practically build a house. I don't like, oh, you're bragging about your dad again. You're 55. You shouldn't be bragging about your dad at this age. I'm not bragging about my dad. I'm just saying that he's an electrician. He was an electrician. And he could do lots of different things, like lots of tradespeople can do lots of other things. Plumbers can do stuff like building work. Bricklayers can do electrical stuff. They're all, not all can, but they kind of can do different things. So stop having a go. Libra. Conversations at the week's start bring clarity and stability, supporting important choices. Yet, as ideas expand, conflicting views may cause tension and curiosity can lead to friction. The next one's Scorpio, blue hair for some reason. Speaking with wisdom and determination, you bring structure to creative visions. Spirited conversations may be a test, but compassion ensures that you are inspiring. See, that's more me. I'm more Scorpio. I sometimes wonder if my birthday really is my birthday. Honestly, I reckon I might have been born a different date. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I was born like 10 years later, because I look so blimmin' young. Sagittarius, November 23rd to December 21st. Reflecting on past lessons, you focus on shaping a brighter path. Midweek brings renewed energy, fueled ideas and determination. Enthusiasm is infectious, but don't push others too hard. Capricorn, your vibrant energy impresses all, especially in caring, creative or professional roles. A surprise reconnection brings warmth and delight, reminding you of uplifting bonds from the past. Aquarius, financial and property matters require patience, especially when negotiations are tricky. However, persistence will ensure outcomes shift your way. Thoughts of relocation may spark curiosity. Lastly, Pisces, your question is friend or loved one behaviour. Your question is a friend or a loved one's behaviour, but what appears unkind may stem from their own weariness. They too need boundaries. Offering empathy and kindness is the best support. So there you go. Who wants to swap with me? Let's have a look at mine again. Your practical mindset steers early progress, delighting you when colleagues discard unrealistic notions in favour of your steady approach. I spat on my own hand then. What colleagues? No one's once ever said to me, "Oh, you're so practical, JJ. You're such a practical person. It's amazing. I can't believe how practical you are." Never. It's never happened. And then, but later, that was one sentence, that was. And then the last little bit, but later domestic discussions could become heated. Who am I going to have domestic discussions with? The only people I ever talk to is other dog walkers, and that's just usually about the weather. Yeah. I do believe that is it. It's all done. It's all done. It's not really worth the money I pay to have that, really, is it? I might get rid of that. Readly renews the 11th of November. Okay, so I might as well just keep it until it renews. That's a week away. Unless I start looking and finding some... I mean, ideally I want to find some funny stories. But there ain't a lot of them, if I'm honest. Not a lot of them. But you never know. It might happen. I might be able to find something madly amusing. Yes. So this is the end of this recording. Thank you for listening. I will be back tomorrow and I will be doing a Monday's Boring Objects. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself. because you deserve to be happy. And be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye, bye, bye.